Hey, Jarrett Lau here with Boston HOA Management. One of the most common questions I get is, how do I determine if I should be increasing our condo fees? A really good rule of thumb is to ensure that you're going to be keeping up with inflation. And in recent past, we've had inflation go well above the 3-4% into the 6s and 7s. That means everything across the board almost is going to be increasing by that amount. And if you have expenses, like every condo association does, you're going to want to make sure that you're keeping up with them and to be able to have that income keep up with it. Now, nobody likes to have condo fees increase. Nobody. But with that being said, what they don't like even more is assessments. And what an assessment is a one-time or multiple-time collection to be able to make up for a deficit or even just to pay for an expense. So it's better to be able to keep up a little bit at a time. So we always suggest at least a 3 to a 5% increase every single year without even considering any other expenses. What are those other expenses that you should consider, whether that increase should be even more than that? Number one, you're gonna have capital improvements or major repairs that might come up within your building. Do you know that there's going to be a boiler that's going to be coming up or a roof that needs to be repaired or replaced? Any major expenses that are going to have to be calculated into the actual expenses so you can factor in that income. Now, again, reoccurring condo fee increases are different than the one-time or multiple-time assessment. What we're talking about in this video is about whether you should be increasing those condo fees. And again, it's very rare that you're ever going to lower them. So again, what you're going to want to see is you're going to look at those actual numbers of what you've spent, right, against your budget. And again, what most condo associations will do is that they're going to have their income, aka the condo fees, be in line with the expenses, right? And at the end of the year, they hope to break even or at least have a surplus. If you're seeing that month after month, and we look at our condo fee budget versus actuals on a monthly basis, and you see that you're running at a deficit, you know you're kind of already losing money, right? And when I say losing money, it's either going to be taken from the operating or the reserve account, and it's just running at a deficit. So in order to be able to make that offset a little bit more equal, what you're going to want to have is that increase in condo fees. So I say that if you're seeing, your budget versus actual is going to a deficit month after month, it's something to definitely consider. Right? You never want to have, your bank account just be depleted every single month unless you have a crazy amount of surplus, which is very unlikely. So again, look at your expenses for any capital improvements, any repairs, any major expenses that are going to come up. Look on a monthly basis to make a determination on if you guys are running at a surplus or a deficit. And if you're seeing this deficit and you know that there's going to be major repairs, you have to factor in that money when it comes down to collection of increases of condo fees. So if you or anyone else you know is looking for a proactive property manager to help guide you through to determine if you should increase condo fees at your HOA, please think of Boston HOA Management. You get more than a property manager, you get peace of mind.